Welcome to day 79 of the Edulexis 90-day Python journey. Today is massive. We are bridging the gap between standard code and artificial intelligence. We'll learn how to make Python talk to models like GPT and Gemini. Why? Because the modern developer doesn't just write logic, they integrate intelligence. Let's get started. Before writing code, you need access. Head to the OpenAI platform and Google AI Studio. Generate your API keys. Remember, treat these keys like passwords. Never hardcode them directly into your scripts. We will use environment variables for this. Create a .env file and store your keys there, ensuring your repository remains secure. The OpenAI API operates on a simple request-response cycle. You send a prompt the instructions and the model returns the completion. We are using the chat completion endpoint. It takes an array of messages. This allows the model to remember context because it sees the conversation history you pass to it. First, install the library pip install OpenAI. Once installed, initialize the client object in Python. We'll use the OS module to import the API key from our environment variable. This ensures our script is production ready. Once you have the client object, you have the portal to the AI model right in your IDE. Time to code your first call. We define that the model's usually a GPT for OO and the messages list. Inside, we add a system role to define the model's behavior, like you are a helpful coding assistant. Then, add a user role with your actual question. Execute client.chat.completions.create and store the result. The API returns an object, not just a string. To get the text, you need to access specific attributes, response.choices, 0.message.content. This is the call logic. Mastering this path allows you to extract exactly what the AI generated from the complex metadata returned by the API service. Now, let's switch gears to Google's Gemini. It's incredibly powerful and has a generous free tier for developers. It uses a slightly different architecture, emphasizing multimodal capabilities. Integrating Gemini allows you to tap into Google's latest research models directly within your Python scripts, providing incredible flexibility. Go to Google AI Studio to get your Gemini API key. Similar to OpenAI, we install the library pip install q u Google Generative AI. Configure the library with Gemini.configure API_key equals. We will instantiate a generative model object, passing the name of the model, such as a Gemini 1.5 Flash, to start our interactions. An AI is only as good as its prompt. We'll write a Python function that wraps user input into a sophisticated prompt template. Instead of asking write code, we build a function that adds constraints, write Pythonic code, include type hints, and explain the logic in comments. This is how you control AI output. To hold a conversation, you must maintain a history list. Every time you ask a question, append the question and the R's answer back to the list. When sending the next request, pass the entire list to the API. This creates the illusion of memory and allows for complex, multi-turn task solving. Every API call costs money or tokens. Be mindful of the context window. Don't send the entire history if not needed. We will implement a function to truncate the history when it exceeds a certain number of tokens. This optimizes both cost and the speed of your application's response time. APIs fail timeouts, rate limits, or bad requests. We will wrap our calls in try, except blocks. Specifically, catch OpenAI.rate_limit_error or Google.API_core.exceptions.resource exhausted. Add a retry logic with exponential backoff so your script doesn't just crash when the network is busy. This makes your AI-integrated code professional grade. Let's build a mini project, an article idea generator. The script will take a topic from the user, send it to the Gemini model with a structured instruction to generate 5 catchy headlines, and then print those headlines formatted for a blog post. It demonstrates the real-world utility of AI integration. For long responses, waiting for the whole block of text feels slow. We'll use streaming. Instead of one big response, we iterate over the stream of data as it arrives. Use stream equals true in your API call, then print chunks as they come in. This gives your users that real-time typing experience. Congratulations! You've just integrated AI into your Python workflow. You've gone from basic scripts to building intelligent applications. Remember, the key is consistency. Take these scripts, modify the prompts, and start building your own AI tools. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.
Thank you for watching. Like if you learned something, share with your circle, and subscribe for more.